Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Bloodborne. Previously, we returned to the lecture building by using the mummified corpse in Advent Plaza and learned of a connection between the third umbilical cords and pale blood, our original objective. Um, we were then transported to the Nightmare of Mensis, where we essentially made way to Mergo's loft and kind of ascended the tower, which was the tower we could see from Nightmare Frontier. So I pointed that out when we were first entered the frontier. About halfway up the tower, we fought Mikolash, who is the supposed founder of the School of Mensis. My suspicions were that the nightmare rituals and experiments that they were doing somehow led to their communion with the Great Ones. I know there's some fandom on this that suggests that they may have created the Nightmare of Mensis through their rituals. I'm not sure exactly where that falls in the reality of things. We know that the School of Mensis had similar goals to the Healing Church and the Choir, but that there were tensions between them, partly from their methods, which was that they essentially were kidnapping people and probably using them in these rituals, which makes me question because it seemed like the Choir was doing the same things. It was just doing it with kids, which I almost think is worse. So, we don't really know what their end game was, though, and I have a feeling maybe that was a part of it. Or maybe the Choir and the School of Mensis had some kind of connection, and then they just had a lot of mistrust between each other. Who knows? Mikolash also mentioned a great one named Kaz that was apparently responsible for the ascension of Ram as a kin great one, and he seemed to want the same thing. He was asking saying, "Grant us eyes," essentially. And again, to what end, we don't really know. So all we know is that they seem to have the common goal of communion. Now, completing the Nightmare of Mensis progresses to the two endgame events that I am going to save until we finish everything else. However, there are still several reasons to continue. So let us press on, continuing to explore Mergo's Loft and see what else this place has to offer, with the assumption that I'm not going to finish this place entirely. Okay, I can hear squishy sounds already. And, okay. I think we've already been up here. No, maybe not. No, not. So, crow dogs and dog dogs. Bloodstone chunks, very nice. I can already hear winter lanterns too, which is just lovely. Ah, yes, Shadows of Yharnam. Now they are just normal enemies. There is some stuff we can do back that way, I think, but we're going to progress ahead here a little bit first. So, essentially, back the way I came, just at the top of those stairs, there should be an elevator, I think, that goes up to the top of this place. Or goes elsewhere, I don't exactly remember, but we'll figure it out here. So this place is interesting, to say the least. Oop, there you are. Lots of chunks. As I always say, chunks are always a good thing in this world. Maybe not so much in reality. Depending what kind of chunks we're talking about, of course. Okay, so Piggy. And I feel like the baby's cries are getting louder. So we're gonna rope around down this way. We're gonna go up here first, though. And come down from a different angle, I believe. Okay, colonoscopy! for colonic irrigation. Choose your term. Okay, nothing back this way. Now, there's not much to this upper area of Mergo's Loft, but there are a few reasons to come up here. One of them is that there's a really good farming run around here, and the other is that there's some hidden locations. So, I'm gonna get them to follow me. Oh, and try not to get belted. Oh. Okay. That could have gone better. Okay, we want to get them to come over this way. Both of them. Okay. Come on, Piggy. Get in the mixer. Hey, get your butt back here. Alright, come on. This way. Follow me. Ooh. Oh! Toasted. Reminder that the pigs kind of hit hard. But that's fine. Oop. So the idea there that I was trying to go for is to get the pigs to follow me to the Shadows of Yharnam. Because the pigs hit hard and the Shadows of Yharnam will usually destroy them in like seconds. So the reason that we are going to be using this location for farming is you might notice I'm getting a decent amount of echoes from the shadows and the pigs. And this is just baseline echoes, so there are some runes we can equip to make that number skyrocket. Between visceral attacks and just general rune collection and stuff. Because, you know, it's a farming run, you don't need to worry about dying. Well, not dying a lot. So, you kind of look at the front of the pigs. They look a little different. They've got some kind of like weird growths around them, and then they have like 100 eyes. Okay. Oh, he's got my echo. Piggy. Oh, Piggy's coming. Oh, they're both coming, I think. Alright, come on guys. Get in the mix. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh man. Crap. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore that crying there that I can hear for a second. So if you're hearing crying, yeah, it's normal. And I'm not talking about the baby crying, I'm talking about the woman crying. If you don't hear it, you know, don't worry, you'll hear it soon. But I missed a few items here while I was playing with the piggies. So just from doing that run twice and not even successfully completing it, I have almost 80,000 echoes. So that gives you kind of an idea of why this is good for a farming run. Or should give you an idea of why this is good for a farming run. So, that is actually about it. That is kind of the main run area. So we'll do the farming a little bit later. Okay. Before we go, let's go up first. That's the back alleyway I want to take. So, she may look familiar. If you recall back to when we defeated Rom at the Moonside Lake, and the red moon started to appear, she was there. So, what does that make you think of? Remember when we defeated Rom and she did appear, we got that note that the Mensis ritual was broken, seek the Nightmare newborn. And we've been hearing a baby crying constantly since then. And to me, when I see her, all I can think of is miscarriage. She looks like she's bleeding from within somehow. And I wouldn't say miscarriage necessarily, but something on that line, so to speak. So I'm not going to comment about her yet. We will learn more about her later. The reason I wanted to come over here is for this, and there's an elevator. Yusefka's blood vial. That is one I do not know what to make of. So I don't think there's any items in here. And this brings us right back to the beginning, essentially. So down here is where the lantern is. We're going to go back up for now. I'm going to send that down because we're probably going to end up using that later. So this is technically the end part of the Nightmare of Mensis. So if you go forward and use the elevator, that's what brings you into endgame events. That is going to be the last thing we do in the game. So we will come back here later, eventually. Now, there's the side path we gotta take here. And there's also a hidden location that I want to go to. And before we even do that, I might consider using these echoes because it's kind of easy to fall to your death here. That or we'll just chance it, because, you know, when has that ever backfired on me before? Alright, anybody else? I'm not seeing anybody else. I almost forgot they were here, and I happened to see him hiding behind the pillar. I don't think there's anything else here, though. This, I actually think is kind of cool. I was thinking this might be a good place for a, like a screenshot. I'm going to take care of this first, though. Oh, come on. And I think this just wraps up back to the start again as well. Yeah, just gotta drop down here. I think you can fall down to this location as well. I could be wrong though. So I think that's really pretty. So yeah, definitely an interesting area. Quite the view. Some interesting enemies here. So it kind of makes me wonder when you see a lot of the creatures in this world. I have just more and more questions the more I see them. A lot of the stuff in the Nightmare realm to me just doesn't make sense, and I guess maybe that's what they're kind of going for. Just nightmarish versions of things we've already seen. Anyways. So what we essentially want to do now is to return to the elevators. And there's a secret location that's partway down the elevator. It's very, very Miyazaki. And so that's going to bring us to a whole new area. And that's one of the reasons I said before you do this, I would make sure to equip some frenzy resists and get your sedatives, because we're going to be dealing with winter lanterns here. And I believe it's this one. Yeah, it's right there. Let's hope I don't die. Oh, I totally fell to my death! Hey, the elevator reloaded. I did not know that would happen. So I'm gonna try that again. Just not prematurely do that. Oh no! I fell so far you don't even hear me scream. I started adding in a death counter, and I'm gonna say I think most of my deaths have been from falling so far. And the occasional, like, boss slam. Oh, yep, yeah, they're not ripping me off again either. Very nice. Try again. Okay. I don't know if I'm not getting the angling right there. Yeah, I think that was it. I do believe it's easier to do this from the top down, but you can try doing that from the bottom up. Like, if you just take the elevator down and ride it back up. I know some people say it's easier to do it one way versus the other. And I promise I don't generally miss that. It just seems to be happening. And what's this, the choir bell? No, inflicted organ. Okay, choir bell's down the way. Oh yeah, the choir bell's after the... Yep, never mind. Okay, so we got some winter lanterns here. I think there's about 3 of them out here. So you want your sedatives. You want to make sure you have a frenzy resist if you can. I'm gonna see if I can get a close-up look at her. They are very interesting. So if you take a close look at them, I think I mentioned this when we were in the Nightmare Frontier, but they have a very close approximation to the doll. A very disgusting version of it. And if you look at them straight on, you can kind of and compare side by side with the doll. You might see what I'm referring to. Oh, are you walking away from me? You saw nothing. So the goal is to kill her before she does anything to us, and she's waiting for us now. Okay, one down. Cursed Tempering Damp Blood Gem. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Cursed Blood Gems can give you some negative traits. And we're going to be talking about cursed stuff more eventually because, well, I don't know. This place doesn't exactly inspire non-cursed stuff, does it? And I think the other two are across the way, so we should be safe here. But keep in mind there are 3 winter lanterns, I think, out here, and there's more ahead, so just... She didn't put up much of a fight, but when she runs up to you and reaches out her arms, she can grab you. And, you know, just be aware of that. So you can kind of get a look at her there if you want to compare it to the doll. Okay, good. There's kind of an uncanny resemblance between their heads and a great one that we're about to come across. And I don't think she's going to move. I don't like it. Oh, she got me. Okay, crap. Oh, too late. Okay. Yeah, see, even with the Frenzy Resist, you can see that build goes pretty fast on the meter. But that little bit of resistance, honestly, I think it's worth wearing it just for this part of the game. So they're definitely a bit worse off to deal with than the Nightmare Frontier Winter Lanterns. And like I said, as long as you dodge that grab by them, which you can see what the grab does now, that's you're in the gold if you can avoid that. Now, I do believe there's one more inside here at least. It might just be the one, I cannot remember. After we get past the spiders that look like patches. Very suspiciously even haircuts. I don't think spiders are particularly known for having bowl cuts on their head. And we're also seeing a lot more eyes, I think these are. Yeah. They look like eyes to me. So, eyes are one of the common themes in this game, and I do believe there's also a common trend of sound. I'll try to comment on that more at the end. But eyes have definitely been a common theme. And went from eyes being used for insight to eyes just being absolutely horrifying, if you ask me. Just my thoughts on that. Because this is definitely the stuff of nightmares. So Nightmare of Mensis, or the Nightmare Frontier was more annoying than anything. This place is actually kind of creepy as you get into it. And I do believe the next Winter Lantern is down here. But first, we're going to go and, you know, play with this. So there's a lever, so obviously we're going to pull the lever, right? But if you look ahead of us, you can see that thing hanging in that little tower. That is the brain of Mensis. It is a great one. I think I got a little bit of some notes on it, so we'll talk about it a little bit more later. But that is what was causing the frenzy buildup for us when we were outside of Mergo's Loft and making our way from the initial lantern to Mergo's Loft. When that frenzy buildup starts coming at you, that's why. So we're gonna pull the lever though. All right. we're going to follow up on that as well. So first, we are going to head down here. And over there in that chest is our choir bell, which is one of the hunter's craft items. You're just gonna sit there, aren't you? Okay, never mind. Just walk away. There are spitters over here. We'll come back for those. After I attempt to not fall to my death. Nice try. Alright. Good, good, good. I feel like I'm having an easier time with them than I was in my previous playthrough. Choir bell. I think that's our first significant item tonight. That is consumable? Yeah. Choir bell. Special hunter tool of the choir. High-ranking members of the church. Fashioned after a bell that projects an arcane sound across planes of existence. Remember, I was just commenting that sound is another common theme in this game. If you pay close attention, that does come up a bit. So I'm going to come back to that at the end of the game, as long as I can remember to take notes on it. The sound of this smaller, silver version of the bell does not cross planes, but grants vigor and healing to all co-operators. Now, that is for the Hunter's Craft trophy. I don't think there's anything else on this side. But we're going to go back to the other side. And I think this drops quite a ways, so you might want to be careful here. Yeah, that's a long way down. It's a long, long way down. Okay, get rid of the spitters. Oh, these are regular spitters. Spitters without haircuts. Yeah, and out here, there's just a bunch of items to pick up. I don't think there's any winter lanterns out here, but that is the tower where the Brain of Mensis was. So we're actually pretty close to where we dropped it. And you want to be careful searching here just because it's easy to miss items. I'm probably going to miss things. I don't have anything written down of significance here. I think it's mostly going to be blood gems and Great One's Wisdom and maybe Cold Blood Dew. But, you know, loot is always a good thing, right? Yeah, lots of Great One's Wisdom. These... what are you wearing? Looks like some kind of church garb. And I don't know if those spears are supposed to be like the frenzy things that the brain launches. But they definitely look like they're wearing church outfits of a sort. Is it possible they're black church hunters? I wonder. I don't recognize the garb exactly. Or is it possible that's the student outfit with the robes around it, maybe? That would make more sense. They don't have Mensis cages on their head, though. And we'll go down there in a second. Because the Mensis people always had the Mensis cages on. So it kind of makes me wonder if they had other people here, or if those ones just happen to not be wearing them. And there's also a shortcut down this way, too. And we're getting some nice blood gems here. There is a trophy for blood gems. For getting like a high level one. I don't think we're going to get that here, if I'm not mistaken, but I will check them just to make sure. I can hear like crumbly, crunchy noises when I'm stepping on the bodies. That's always wonderful. And that was the iron door key we used this is where we fought Mikolash. And I do believe this is the bridge. They're not bad at dodging. So this is where the bridge was, the one that rose after we fought Mikolash. Now, let me look at my notes. There's another item we need out here. Okay, so there's the shortcut. We need the blood rock, which is the only blood rock you get in the main story. And that's what we're going to use to upgrade our main weapon. For me, that's the saw cleaver, of course. Because I've not used anything else. I'm not a purist, I'm just a creature of habit. I like a lot of the weapons in this game, honestly. I just kind of stick with what works. Okay. And there's even more eyes going down. Isn't that wonderful? Blood rock. Okay. Blood rock, a large solid chunk that forms in cold blood. After death, a substance in the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called a bloodstone. This is no mere chunk. It is nearly a boulder. Few bloodstones of such size have ever been discovered, even considering the combined experience of all the hunters. And they are not joking about that. You literally do not find any more of these in the main game. I do believe there is one in the DLC, so when we go to the Hunter's Nightmare, we will find another one. And I do believe you can find them in the Chalice Dungeons. But otherwise, this is it for the main story. Okay, now I gotta remember how the heck we get out of here. Okay, so I do believe we may have I think we left our buddy out here, didn't we? What was his name? Edgar, the hunter. Oop, there he is. Yeah, he's here. Okay, dude. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, now if you think back to when I did this last time and how he was destroying me, look what a difference that made. Just like what few levels I went up. You know, I don't think I went up much, so. Like he was destroying me last time. Alright, so perfect. That actually brought us out right where I wanted to go. And we got rid of Edgar in the process. So this area, I'm going to take out these guys while we're here. You don't have to, but I don't want to run into them on accident. Just remember the big guys can kind of hit hard. Oh, you're still standing. They take quite a few hits. They're kind of a weird enemy. Usually they don't, I just realized those eyes were impaled. They don't usually attack you immediately unless you aggro them. And then sometimes they just kind of come after you randomly. And if you go after the big guys, they really go hard at you, so. So if you want to take care of the big guys, you probably want to have these out of the way. And there you are. Alright. So this is actually the location that I wanted to be at next. And if you look over there, you can see there's a new elevator that was not there before. Come on. Oh, that was not the way I wanted that to go. Oh my god, no, 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 no. That could have gone very differently. It still could. He's not dead. Okay. Chill out, dude. I forget how much those bolts hurt. Jeebus. Okay. So, as I was saying, this elevator was not here before. And so we're going to see where it takes us. So if this isn't already like the stuff of nightmares, just being in a black abyss, you could probably see what's ahead of me. And the fire does absolutely nothing here. So that is the brain of Mensis, the thing that we dropped the thing we dropped by pulling that lever in the tower. And there's a couple of things we can do here. So first of all, this is a great one, or at least I think most people believe it to be a great one. Let's see, where are you? We got the moon rune for making contact. So let's check that out. I don't really know what to think of the brain of Mensis because it's not attacking us. I don't know if it could attack us. And apparently we've already got this, so this is probably a better version of what we already had. We can kind of recheck it though. A transcription of Moon as spoken by the Great Ones inhabiting the nightmare. Gain more blood echoes. The Great Ones that inhabit the nightmare are sympathetic in spirit and often answer when called upon. And so it kind of makes me wonder if this thing is actually evil. Alright, so it's kind of an interesting, albeit terrifying, being. So it's not like it's attacking us. It's got two kind of lanky looking arms. It looks like it's got a root system in the back, probably like a part of the spinal, not spinal cord. Well, maybe part of the the part that would connect to the spinal column. It is referred to in the fandom as a Great One, so I'm not sure how we exactly know that. But as it kind of sits at the height of the tower almost, not quite at the very top, but close enough, and it's kind of protecting the tower. I could see where it might come off as a great one. Now, when we first approached Mergo's Loft, when we first got to the Nightmare of Mensis, like I said, this is the thing that was causing frenzy. Apparently, if we kill it, which I'm going to do, it does not actually die. So you can drain its HP. I think the body disappears. And I do believe it reappears if you reload in. So you don't actually get rid of it. And I've also heard somewhere, I don't remember if it's in the item it drops, that somehow it's considered to be rotten, which, I mean, is a valid description if you ask me, but I don't know where that exactly comes. And on the note of the moon rune, something I thought was kind of interesting is if you can kind of connect the term of the place, Mensis. I think I've already talked about what that is, but Mensis, I believe it means month in Latin, and it's often used to refer to as kind of the word for period or a woman's menstrual cycle. And I thought that was really interesting because it drops the moon rune. And so there's kind of a relationship between lunar cycles and menstrual cycles over 28 days, which I think is really interesting. So I'm assuming that was on purpose, because nothing in this game is ever done by accident, it seems. So let's see what happens when we quote-unquote kill it. So it's not fighting back. So, living string. That's kind of cool. You can see the blood effect draining down from the back. So, living string. Living string, special material used in a holy chalice ritual. The immense brain that Mensis retrieved from the nightmare was indeed lined with eyes on the inside. But they were of an evil sort, and the brain itself was terribly rotten. Yeah, so that's where I got that from. But even still, it was a legitimate great one and left a relic. Okay, so game confirms great one. I was trying to remember where I got that from, so it was from the item. But even still, it was a legitimate great one and left a relic, a living relic at that, which is a precious thing indeed. So again, that was the brain of Mensis. That was the great one that was being held up at the upper part of the loft. Now, that just confirmed it for me, so I couldn't remember where I had heard that before, if that was a fandom thing or in the game. That was in the game, so that's right from this item. So the brain of Mensis is considered rotten. It is confirmed great one by the game, so we got it right there. And it's dropping a chalice item, so a chalice ritual item. So I think that's really interesting. I was wondering where I got that from. I was like, oh yeah, duh, right from the game. I know I'd read that somewhere. So, okay. See, when we start picking up these items, like if you look at all these items we have here, all these chalice ritual items, besides the bloodstone stuff, I mean, some of this is pretty interesting if you ask me. There's actually a lot of lore built up inside of it. So, no, like I said, even though we kind of killed the brain of Mensis, killed, quote unquote, apparently it doesn't die, so if we actually came back here, it supposedly respawns. So, I've never checked this before, but why don't we actually do that? Let's go back up, respawn, and try coming back down here again. So we're gonna have to deal with the big duders here, but I think it's kind of worth it to see. To see it for myself, I guess. Let's see, where am I? You're gonna drop down, aren't you? You down? Yeah, you're down. I hear. Must be you. No, it's the bird dog over here. Okay, let's... Oh, okay, I tell you, if I die to these things... I'm getting pretty dang close to 200,000 echoes. If I die to those things, of all things, well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to be mad at myself, alright? Are you alive? Yes, you are. You are indeed alive. Let's see. Alright, so I think... Okay, I gotta remember where I came from. I think this is the one that goes... Maybe not. No, that one goes down. We want this one. Yeah, this is the one that's broken. So we're gonna go up. This place is a vertical maze. It's actually a pretty simple layout, and that's the place we dropped down earlier. Well, the place I fell down twice, I think, and then made it the third time. And we want the lantern. Did I ever kill you guys? I think I did. I did. Where? I hear that. It sounds like somebody's coming after me. No? I thought I was hearing footsteps. Okay. Lantern should be down here. Okay, so we're gonna see if the brain has truly respawned. I'm gonna kill the doggos again, or the bird doggos. Because why not? Oh, the worst one and I miss it. Okay, so we need to take the elevator back down. Get past the two big dudes. And you didn't see me, did you? No. This time we're not going to fall to our death because we're not rolling out. I always say, hardest boss in the game. In the words of Fighting Cowboy, it's gravity and camera angles. Oh. I see you. Oh, come on. Cheap trick. Alright, might as well butcher the dogs. The bird dogs. And there's another one. Come on. Gotcha. That takes way more effort than it should. Okay. We're going not this way, right? We're going down further? Yeah, down further. No, baby, no. Oh, I thought I had the dog. Dang bird dogs and dog birds. And you're gonna try to drop down, aren't you? So, elevator is here. This will bring us back down to the room with our new elevator. And we're not gonna deal with these guys this time. We're just gonna go straight shot there. Just keep swinging. Oh, it's definitely there again. Okay, so confirmed. The brain of Mensis indeed respawns. So what happens if I kill it again? Or if I make contact again? We gotta try it out, right? Alright, let's try make contact one more time. With feeling. Does not seem to be impressed this time. Okay, that was worth the effort though, right? Now we gotta kill it again, right? Okay, so it dies again and it doesn't drop anything the second time. I'm assuming it would just keep respawning then. I didn't even notice. Did I get any blood echoes from that? It looked like they shot up a bit. So as I said, if the brain of Mensis is not driving it home, two major themes in this game are eyes and ears, or sound. Oh my god, are you serious? So it's not the bird dogs and dog birds that are getting me. It's the frickin' archers and the big sumo dudes. Let's see if I can get those echoes back. Alright, which way are we going? This way. Alright, so... are we taking bets on where the echoes end up? Oh, you're really making a run for me, aren't you? Let's not tempt the fates here. Let's go and get the echoes. Hey, you guys by chance didn't pick them up, did you? But don't whine. You just make me feel bad. Okay, so the elevator was down, which makes me think the echoes are going to be at the bottom. Probably picked up by one of the guys down there, just to make my life difficult. Oh, no, you don't. What is that? Is that fast poison? Okay. Oh, did you totally rip off my echoes, dude? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, he's way over there. Okay, I see you. And where are you? Yeah, I saw that coming. Oh, I really hate these guys. Okay. Okay. Echo is secured. Oh, and look. More of you. And how many more of you did I leave alive? I hear you over there. How many times have I done that tonight already? Alright, this is the moment of truth. If I die another stupid way. Oh, come on. Oh. Haha, 200,000. Okay, back up. All the way up. I'm afraid of heights, and yet every time I get on these, I look down. Is that a dog with a bird head or a bird with a dog head? That is both. You've seen both. And I don't know whether to call them bird dogs or dog birds. So, let us get back to the Hunter's Dream, because we're basically done with this area. And how did I miss you guys? As I said, I keep making jokes about it, but one of these days, the bird dogs and dog birds are going to get me. All right, so now that we have tons of echoes to spin, plus we have the blood rock, we got some serious business to get down to. Plus we got a ton of blood gems to look at. So we pulled in some bank this time. All right, so fortification +9 to +10. Let's see, where are we? And we can get this to +9. And I think we're good otherwise. Let's check our blood gems. Oh. Increases stamina cost. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. Should I do that? Oh no, I'm gonna have to think about that, aren't I? Is that worth the stamina cost? So it's 210. Oh, that might be worth the stamina cost. Alright, here's the clincher. How many swings can I get in? Okay, 7. Is that going to affect it that much? Alright. Okay, I feel like that's worth it. I'm still able to get in the same amount of hits, at least. Wrong one. I think that's worth the cost. Then I can pump this one up to 229 or 219. Let's go 229. That's not cursed. Anything in here that's better? Anything in here that's better? Okay, no. And here. Oh. Oh, man. Ah. Oh, yes. Oh, man, look at that. 270. Okay. Okay. I'm liking this. What was that? Oh, arcane. Yeah, too bad I'm not using arcane, right? Okay. Pretty nice if you ask me. And we got Ludwig's up to +9. And I still have yet to actually use it. But okay. Now, let's stash our new item, the choir bell. Oh, we got some King Coldblood. I forgot about that. Usually I use that stuff right away. Alright, let's check. So we found this in the Nightmare of Mensis. Blood vial acquired from the lady doctor at Yusefka's clinic. The refined blood, highly invigorating, restores a large amount of HP. The rare blood vial is a product of a slow and careful refinement process, likely devised by the doctor herself. So Yusefka gave us one of these blood vials when we first met her, and we found another one after we caught up with the imposter Yusefka. And so I'm not entirely sure why this was in the Nightmare of Mensis. Is it possible that the imposter was somehow connected with the school of Mensis in that way? We know that Edgar, the hunter that was there, most people refer to Edgar as a spy. And I was like, okay, Edgar is definitely carrying around gear from the Hunter's Workshop. Edgar was carrying stuff that are used by the choir. So we know the choir had infiltrated the Nightmare of Mensis. Does this imply somehow that Imposter Yusepka was also there as well? Because she was supposedly a rogue member of the choir. I'm overthinking that, I know, but just my thoughts. Okay, what else do we have? Pebbles, blue elixirs I don't usually use, but I can think of a few places where we might use them. I'll sell the pebbles because I don't really need them. Not going to need my sedatives. Let's do a quick restock though, just in case we come across those again. I don't think I'm going to need them, but you never know. Okay, we're going to restock antidotes. Just one we need. Lead elixirs I usually just sell. Numbing mist. Poison knives. It's been a while since I've restocked, hasn't it? And all these pretty items that we cannot use. I'm just gonna sell the what's it called stuff. I know that's very specific. Lead elixir. I don't think I've ever used that stuff. Oh hey, that's not a bad amount of echoes for that. I think there was some more in there though. Let's get rid of that. We'll keep the rest. Don't use the shaman bone blades. There's a part where you're really going to want to have those on hand. I'm actually saving the blue elixir for the same part too. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. If you know, you know. Alright, let's talk to the doll then.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Ooh, we got some level there. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 levels. Ooh. Okay, question is, I did say I would level up Vitality to at least 40, right? I feel like I should do that. Let's just do Vitality up to 40. Then I'll start working on Strength, I think. And let's see, we need... Wow, I'm really close to another level there. I'm really close. I'm like 100 echoes off. Could I sell something to get that?
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
I kind of want to sell something just for that. I don't know. What do we not need? I'm probably not going to use many of these. That should make up the difference, right? I can't math, so don't laugh at me.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Okay, that was good. I'm going to start going towards Strength again. Let's beef that up. That is my main go-to. So.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Oh, Lawrence, Master Willem, somebody help me. Unshackle me, please. Anybody. I've had enough of this dream. The night blocks all sight. Oh, somebody, please.
I think that was different than the previous visit we had with him. And I think that's telling us that he's trapped here. Like, he can't get out of this. Something's holding him here. I'm really glad we got to see that, because I think that's a rare bit of dialogue. And I've been wondering why we haven't been seeing him. Alright, that is a good place to close things out. To recap, we explored the remainder of Mergo's Loft, with the exception of the uppermost floor, because that is going to take us to an endgame area, or endgame events that I want to save for the end. One of the most noteworthy things we found was the Brain of Mensis, which is the great one that was bombarding us with frenzy while we approached Mergo's Loft in the previous episode. Interestingly, the Brain of Mensis granted us a rune after we used the make contact gesture, and also does not seem to be able to die, so I finally tested this for myself. There were a few other reasons I wanted to complete this area, which included finding the Blood Rock for upgrading our weapon, so we now have that trophy. If you're following this for a walkthrough, we also picked up the Choir Bell, which goes towards the Hunter's Craft trophy. The next thing I want to do is demonstrate the best Blood Echo farming run that I'm aware of, which is great for leveling, restocking on blood vials and quicksilver bullets, and purchasing the weapons and clothing sets that we may have ignored up to now. So with that being said, let us close things out. I will be continuing tonight, so if you are here live, stick around. Otherwise, thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.